Okay, hello everybody. This is episode 4.1 of the Dash streaming with me. If last time I got to the point where I was about to start doing the thing I wanted to start doing at the stream, and then my internet decided to die. So that was sad face, but we are here now, and I have registered data contract working. So we'll be able to start off right where we need to start off and do the thing that we want to do. So last time I kind of walked through basically what I have done in the past, which is show how to create a wallet, use that wallet to create an identity, use that identity to register a name, and then use that name to do whatever you want to do. So let's just jump right into it here. And I'm going to share my screen. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, so here we have, this is the registered data contract script. So we're importing our client here. Our client is set to testnet, and it has this mnemonic here. Just for the sake of my sanity, as I'm going through this, I'm going to leave out process.env environment variables and things of that nature. Eventually, that's what we're going to want to do, is have all this stuff in environment variables. But I'm just kind of throwing this data in here with some test accounts just to get everything working. And so here we're initializing the client and pulling out this platform object and then doing platform.identities.get. And this is our ID for the account we created last time. And then this is where the really important stuff is, as far as I can tell. This is the contract documents, which is a note that is type object that has properties and a message. That message is a type string, and the additional properties is false. So what exactly this object is and how it relates to what a data contract is what I still am kind of figuring out here. But I do know that when I run this, I will get this right here. So this is what is being outputted when we run it. So after we create the data contract, the contract documents, we both feed that and the identity into this contracts.create function. Then we have the contract and we can display it in the console. We also then have this validate thing going on. This then signs and submits the data contract, as this little note tells us here. And then if we get an error, then we throw out the error. So within this output, we're getting this. So it looks like what I really want to see is this here. So I want to see the documents and the note. So let me try pulling out the data contract first off. So let's see what happens here. Works. Okay, good. So that gave us just the contract. So now let's do .contract. Whoops. That gave us the same thing. Okay. Contract. So we're actually getting it here, I think. So that might be where we want to destructure it from this point. Let's try that. So let's go backwards. Contract, and then let's go const. Already contract, so actually, instead of doing that, let me just see if I can see the whole blob. Let's see what that is. Hey, what's up? BJ Campolo, fellow Italian, I would assume. Okay, so whatever I'm doing, it's still just kind of giving me this contract here. I want to kind of introspect it to the point where I can see this guy right there. But let's go into the docs now and see what is the next couple steps here, because this was the kind of first step just to get to this section of the docs I wanted to go through. But then, as with creating and registering identity, there's a whole bunch of steps here. So now that we have registered a data contract, let's just take a look at the retrieve data contract. This is probably how we would be able to. Oh, this probably did what I wanted to. Look at that. So this just popped out this whole JSON blob here, which is what I was curious to take a look at. So before there's documents, note, object, documents, note. Okay, so that's type object. So that's what we had in the code here, basically, is what that's showing. Okay, that makes sense. Let me just grab this and make sure that gets in here in the README. Okay. Right at this point, this is where the next kind of meta section starts. So before we had, if we look at, let's just break this down real quick. So we got dash platform, boom, 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 boom. Okay, so we don't want that there. So we want this before we do the backend section. So we had the create wallet, kind of the big chunk here. And before backend, this is going to be register a contract. Quick format that. Okay, there we go. So when we register a data contract, it kind of outputs this right here. And as I was saying last time, the data contract, as far as I can tell, is like a JSON blob storage kind of thing. It's not really a contract in the Ethereum sense where it's giving us, logic and a whole programming language. It's just a way to store some objects that you want stored somewhere. The thing that's confusing me right now, though, is that as far as I can tell, this is a document with a note with a message. So it's just like a hunk of chunk of string that is being saved in there. But what is the string? Like, to me, what I would expect here is that there would actually be a string with like a message like hello world somewhere. But I don't see like an actual string here, but that was saying it's a message of type string with the property. So that's what I'm currently kind of confused about here. But let's forge on and go to the retrieve a data contract step, because look at that. So before they had this here, they said identity, ID goes here. Then right here, they actually have a contract ID. Let's see what that's going to do for us. So before actually I do that, let me make sure I actually get this code in here. So this was registered data contract. This is the code we're looking at the beginning. Drop that there. And then it's also important that you have to add this to your scripts.json. So this is something that I drop in at the very beginning of the tutorial. Go back up here. Yep, right here. And yeah, that gives us everything we want. Okay. Yep. Create this. Great. And the way you run it is just PPM registered data contract. Cool. Cool. This will eventually be abstracted out into an environment variable like this one. Yeah, that this would have just out for now. Okay, cool. That's all good. So let's do this. Contracts have individual sections for each of these scripts. So this will be the next one, retrieve data contract. And same sort of deal here. We'll create this file. Instead of registered data contract, it'll be retrieve. Seeing some kind of similarities here in naming. Previously, we registered a name and retrieved identities. Now we're registering data contract and retrieving a data contract. So I like that. There's a thought out meta naming structure here that's pretty easy to follow along with. Okay. So I'm curious if this is just going to work with this contract ID. They're including what that's going to do. So certain I can retrieve the one I just created. Assuming that's the whole point. But let's see what happens if I just run what they got here in their docs. What's going to happen? Who knows? Anything could happen. Let me add this one though. Fine, it's not fine. Oh, right. I jumped the gun there. Forgot to include this. Okay, so that's not surprising. Going back to this though, we have data contract. It looks like we have an ID. Let's see what happens if we include that right there. That will do a thing that we want to do. There we go. All right, that's good. We both registered and retrieved a data contract. We are making progress here. Yeah, that's let me call out of here. Okay, good. Update a data contract. Okay, so this is where I would assume, what are we updating? If there's no message here, then what is there to update? So I'm still confused about that. What is the actual message? Where is it? But I can grab this hunger code and do the thing. I'm sure it will work. So this is going to be update data contract. Yeah, it's including data contract redundant. Here it's just update contract, retrieve contract. Yeah, I should probably take data out now that I'm seeing that a little bit wordy for no reason. Retrieve data contract. Good. Let's do this. Okay. That's it. Cool. All right, great. So now we're going to have update contract. And let's just go ahead and see. Have this one submit note document. Okay. We're going to have get documents. Okay. Update. Okay, so updating a document is different from updating a data contract. So maybe the document is where the actual string message comes into play. Delete document. Delete. You're not supposed to be able to delete things on the blockchain. That's absurd. Why would you ever delete something? Okay. All that. Back up here. Okay, cool. All right, bunch of new scripts. Okay. So this is going to be a contract. Include the data contract in the titles. Yeah, that makes sense. And then we're going to have submit documents. Retrieve documents. Update documents and delete documents. Let's just grab all these right here. Cool. There we go. Cool. Cool. Right now, is I'm just Jumping ahead and creating both the script to create the file. Oh, these all need .js at the end. And then the script to run it. And then we'll each have some code in the middle. And that'll be it. Not update document. That's this one. Yeah. Okay. That makes sense. There. Submit up here. Documents goes up here. Note document goes here. Delete goes there. Great. Okay, and then in between each, we'll have the actual JS code. Basically, be this for each one. Do this. Just grab it there. Okay. Cool. So we also then want to have this client code in each of them. Great. Right there. Okay. It's created already or not? I don't think so. I can actually run these guys. Cool. Gonna have that. Have that. Documents. Note document. Delete note document. Cool. Docs and grab all that code. Update data contract, like from here to there. I guess we have update contract, update note document. So the document itself is where the thing is the message is gonna live. That's what I'm gathering here. Submit document. Message tutorial test. There we go. That's the stuff. That's where it's at. It all makes sense. It all makes sense. All right. So this is going to be submit note document. Retrieve document. That's a nice short one. Update document. This is that when you want to change that note in the document. Okay. We got last one. Delete. Okay, this is clean. This is very, very simple. Tells you how to read or write, read, update, delete. What else do you need? That's sum total of programming. Okay, I'll just delete all these freaking semicolons. Cool. Oops. Screw stuff up. There we go. There we go. Writing content right now. Deleting semicolons. Be more fun. Okay, that's good. Cool. Okay. So as long as these all work, then that'll pretty much be all I want to do. So let's run through these. Now that we have been able to retrieve it, we can update it. Let's grab the same. Ooh, this is okay. So now we have a contract ID. We have an identity ID. Two different things. Important. Let's get all the necessary identity IDs in here. Just gonna hard code all these right now for simplicity's sake. Cool. Let's go back. All right, let's start doing this. So, retrieve contract. Make sure that's all copacetic. Yep. Okay, we have a contract. Next step, we want to update said contract. So let's grab this. Update contract. Great. Update contract. It's thinking and thinking and thinking about what to do. It doesn't know what to do, but it's gonna do the thing. So let's look at this code. We have update contract, getting an identity, getting a contract, running existing data contract.get documents, and then make sure it passes validation check. So where is it update? What is changing here? Okay. I seem to have done a thing. Not entirely sure what I just updated, but we're going to keep going. And we got submit note document. Now, this seems important. This is where we have a thing. So I need to rewrite this, obviously. Hello from AJC Web Dev. Let's do that. Submit note document. This is where we are stamping our attention on the universe right here. And you broke it. Document. You did not give it a name. Interesting. Interesting. So I have to define that name previously. Just check the docs. Skipped a step. Here we go. Okay, so there's something I needed to add to the client apps.tutorial contract ID. That is interesting. Not what would have expected. So that is. Was this earlier? Nope. And nope. And okay. So it seems like this is the first time this needs to be in the client. It's important though. Very important. So we got apps, tutorial contract, right below wallet. Not inside of wallet. That would be incorrect. Great. Okay. And while we're just kind of grabbing code here, let me just grab that and make sure lose track of this in this state at this point. Cool. Okay, well, let's run that again. Let's see what happens. Cannot read properties of null reading get ID. Did I give it an ID? Let's see. Give it ID, I believe. Identity. Right. Let us consult the GPT chat. I have the following file. Scripts/submit note documents.js. And the following client information. When I run this, I get the following error. All right, let's see what happens. It's been pretty good recently. When we give it a dash error, it seems to be able to figure it out. Okay. You're trying to retrieve an identity object with the ID. When the promise resolves, the identity variable is supposed to contain object, but instead it is null. This is if the identity doesn't exist or if there's a problem with the connection to the Dash platform. Okay. So it's telling us to console log the identity right after in the relevant file, and then also catch errors right at the point of fetching the identity to get more details about what's wrong. Okay. Interesting. So out of these two, let's try this one first. Identity. Okay. Let's see what happens. Okay, something came out. Okay. I successfully retrieved an identity. I thought I did. I'm still encountering the error because the identity instance doesn't have the necessary fields or methods required for the documents.create method. The error message you received suggests the getID method is being called on a null object somewhere in the create method in dash modules documents API. Might be that the identity object you're passing might not be in the correct format, or that it doesn't have a getID method. It's hard to say without more information about the dash module and identity class. Try to check the identity object, whether it has a getID. Okay. So after we console log identity, we want to console log this. Let's do it. Okay. Now we have has getID equals true. Is the identity does have the getID method, which is good news. You're seeing an error, specifically an issue. Let's dive deeper into the create method call. So the tutorial contract.note might not exist or might not be accessible. Verify this contract. There might be a problem with doc properties. The identity instance might be valid, but the platform might be failing to recognize it. Or debug further, log the inputs just before platform.documents.create method to ensure they're what you expect. Okay, that's a lot of stuff. That's all above note document. Oh, look at that. There's my message. It's somewhere in the ether. Cool. It seems all the parameters are correct. All those things appear as expected. All right. It might be an internal issue with the Dash library. That'd be nice. Okay. Check my environment as of date. Check my configuration. Reach out for help. Check the Dash source code. Yeah, see, I would never ever go to step 4. I'm always gonna do step 3, and if step 3 doesn't work, I give up. Never go to step 4. Okay, cool. Well, this was good progress. I'm gonna stop here, and I will escalate this. This may or may not be an issue with my code, but this seems to be at an impasse. But I was able to get the information read out here. There you can see it. Hello from AJC Web Dev at the time. So something happened, but it's broken. Don't know why. Thus is programming. But for anyone who's out there watching, thank you for joining. And Ryan, when you watch this back, please let me know what the heck is going on, because I think I need some help going forward. All right. Later.